Okay, guys, back again. Welcome to another episode of the vlog. Today, doing another unboxing. Another one from Path Projects. It is summertime, and all your favorite people, my favorite happen to be Path, are coming out with their summer line of clothes, summer line of gear, summer line of everything you need to run ultra in extremely hot conditions. And Path is no different. They have sent me their new Wadi Collection, and I'm going to pop that thing open, see what it's all about, and yeah, I'm very excited to break into this little bag of goodies. Let's go. Bing bow. All right, so got a little bag of things here from our friends at Path Projects. So thank you again to Floris from over there at Path for sending this over. They just released, brand new, the Wadi Collection. And this is their collection that is for extreme high heat, high temperature endeavors. Let me get this packing sheet out of here, and we'll start wherever we can with this. I love this color. So this is, I believe, dun, dun, dun. Ooh, wow, that feels nice. Wow, yes, this is the Wadi tee. So they make a t-shirt, they make a tank top, and they make a sun hoodie in this new fabric that they designed with their partners over in Japan. I believe, and again, my pronunciation on this is all just a guess because I'm reading it off the website, but Toray from Japan. Yeah, this fabric is very unique. So from what I could read online, it seems as though that this, the weave, the knit in this fabric is what does all the magic. So there is no coating over this to make it protected from the sun. It's actually just in the science of the weave and the knit, because the way that they do it, it forms like a dual layer. So this is going to be UPF 30 plus. And like I said, there's no coating. So it's not like you're going to throw this thing in the wash 4, 5, 6, 10 million times. I'm going to throw this in the wash a million times, I bet. And it's not going to like remove any of that UPF. So every time you put this on, no matter how many washes, it's going to be good to protect you from the sun. And also the knit, with the dual kind of layering that it creates, very breathable, and it's also moisture wicking. So this is going to take sweat and moisture off your body, and it's going to move it to the top layer of the fabric so it can just kind of frickin' air off, air dry. Yeah, and it feels nice, guys. This color is great. The feel is amazing. I like the cut too. They have these little seams down here, you know, by the side. Nice little athletic looking cut with the Path Projects on the side too. And yeah, they love this highlighter yellow. So again, t-shirt, Wadi Collection, Path Projects. I always run a size small. I'm 5'6" and about 2, well, I have the flu, so I'm about 140 pounds right now, soaking wet because I've lost a lot of weight being sick. But yeah, I definitely think for Bighorn, I'm going to be rocking this Wadi Collection, because every time I check the temperature out there for a race day, it gets hotter and hotter and hotter. Last I looked, it was up to 86 degrees during the day on Friday for Bighorn. So, man, ooh-wee, ooh-wee. I'm not going to lie, I was just over at Ski Run Co. Ski Moco, Sky Run Co. over in Salt Lake. I love that store, and I was touching and feeling a lot of the new things over there. And if you guys have seen any of that new normal gear, this is very close, but probably it feels lighter, it feels thinner than the stuff that the normal gear is made with. But yeah, this tank top looks super comfortable because again, here on the sides and like where, you know, your neck's coming through, arms are coming out, this isn't stitched. Look at that. It's a weld. And so this is going to be amazing for not chafing the crap out of you, not causing little like weird pressure points when you have a pack on and things like that. So super lightweight tank. That is incredible in the black. And for their Wadi collection from Path, again, they do offer in each one of these items, you can get it in any color. So you can get it in, I believe, a white, the highlighter yellow, or the black. And I think, yes, this is what we're all waiting for right here. So they have the tank, they have the tee, and y'all know me, got one on right now. I love a sun hoodie. I think they are one of the most underrated pieces of gear for trail running, and it's starting to not be the case. I see people wearing them a lot these days, but boom, the Wadi LS sun hoodie in white. And man, look at this big hood. I like that. It's got the kind of like a similar fit to the other hood that they have, but a little different. So they have this little button down here, so that way you can, you know, if it's windy, if things are happening, if you're running downhill, hood tends to come down. I think having that little button there will help secure that hood on. And the same kind of build as the other in the Wadi collection, where, you know, it's not really a lot of stitching. Most things are just welded together, other than the side here. Obviously, that's a nice stitch, and here on the hood, a nice stitch. But everything else is just a weld, so very lightweight. Man, this thing feels like nothing, and I love the colors. I like the simplicity. I like the Steve Jobs-esqueness of the simplicity of their color choices. But yeah, here on the side, got a nice athletic type fit, type cut on the side here as well with the Path Projects logo. And then, I don't want to forget, just like their other sun hoodie had, this comes with the little cutout here for your watch. Ooh, and that's nice. It's actually like a different fabric here. It's like an upgraded sort of little watch window here. So that way, sleeves down, you can just have your watch poking through that little cut in the sleeve, and everything's going to be good to go. So I'm gonna cut this real quick, and I'm gonna throw these things on, and we'll see how they look. All right, so as you can see, this is the Wadi tank. I feel naked. Feels like I got nothing on. This thing is hyper light. Very breathable. It's actually like kind of hot in my house. It might just be that I still have the flu, but either way, this feels great. You tell me how the back looks. Feels pretty good. Fit is pretty nice. I'm 5'6", I'm very short, and this small is probably the perfect length. I actually like my things to be a little longer, maybe. A little bit more of a taller fit. Helps shrink me down, if you know what I mean. But this thing is great. Super comfortable, very lightweight, and you know, I'm not much of a wearing a tank top kind of guy, but this as a layer under either the t-shirt or the sun hoodie, it's going to be nice because you'll be able to stack these things and still stay super lightweight, super breathable, and super cool out in those hot temps. So let's try on the t-shirt, let's try on the sun hoodie, and see how those fit. All right, Wadi T highlighter yellow. I gotta say, I love this color. I've always loved highlighter yellow, so I love when companies bring it to their performance lineups. Yeah, it's very comfy. It's a little longer than the tank in the same size. It's a small, but as you can see, like I said, I'm 5'6", 145 pounds normally, and it fits great. Feels, again, it really feels like you're naked. These things are so light, and they're just, I don't know, feels like I got no shirt on. which is going to be great when I get out to Wyoming and it's, feels like in the 90s, I assume, in the sun while we're up in those mountains. So yeah, this is going to be great for out there. I cannot wait to get some testing in. And again, with these non-stitched parts where it's just welded, I can't tell you how much more comfortable that is than something that's going to have like a lot of stitching, where things can, yeah, start to push into your skin when you're wearing packs and gear and other things. Yeah, this is just a much better way to go about bringing a t-shirt together. Something simple, but something that can make a huge difference, especially over 100 miles. All right, last but not least, the sun hoodie. I have it on over the Wadi tee. Boom. Both are size small. They fit great together. It's the perfect length. The sun hoodie is the perfect length. And again, you got these nice athletic cuts here down at the side. And yeah, if you have Path gear, if you have the other sun hoodie that they make, the name is escaping me, I apologize, the Pyrenees. If you have the Pyrenees sun hoodie, this fits way different. Way different. That's much more of like a loose fitting, just kind of, I don't know, not really an athletic fit. The hood is shaped to stay on, but the body of that sun hoodie is very just kind of regular fit. This is definitely much more form-fitting, race day feel for sure. And yeah, I love the way that it feels. Let's put the hood on. So yeah, hood feels good. That's a great fit. I think it's nice and snug, not too snug, but see how this comes up like this? This is going to actually protect your face from the sun while you're out there. A lot of sun hoodies, the hood is barely big enough to get like right here. And so like your whole face is exposed. Your whole face is exposed. But with this, it's actually got enough material to get around your cheeks and your face. And then you can just tighten that up and then boom, I'm going to be protected from the sun. I'm going to be protected from those rays of death so that I can continue to death march my way, hopefully to the finish line. Hopefully I'm over this damn flu in the next 4 days because, yeah, it's time. It's time to be not sick. Otherwise, this is going to be one hell of a race. But yeah, this is, I'm so happy with this. And then obviously in the light colors, you can choose black. I'll probably get one in black eventually. But these light colors, again, this Wadi collection is meant for, they say 60, ranging all the way up to 100 degrees. If it's hotter than that, you can still wear it. It's obviously just their recommended range of what they think this is optimal for. But yeah, so with these light colors and this light fabric and all the nice little touches, and that's the thing with Path. It's the little touches that they do different than every other company, from the welded seams to the slit for your watch to, just the little nice cuts and buttons on the hood and fabric where it belongs and not any extra where you don't need it. Yeah, it's just, that is the story of Path Projects. It's runners making gear for runners. And so they think of all these little things that you've probably thought of while you're out on a run and you're like, God, I wish this had X and I wish this had Y. They've thought of that too, and they brought it to fruition with this Wadi collection. So I can't recommend it highly enough, and I'm very excited to get out there and try it. Again, their first set of things that they sent me, the shorts and the sun hoodie and everything else, were amazing. I loved that gear, and this is just a progression. This is a progression for them to be getting into this summer months with lighter, more tech, better gear, more thought, and more of those little things that make such a big difference for long distance trail runs. Yeah, so that's that for the Path Projects gear. We're gonna leave this on. We're gonna rock this while we go through one little bonus thing. So if you've been following along, you know that I've been looking for a pair of shoes that's gonna work for Bighorn, and it's been a little bit of a mess. We've tried the North Face Summit Vective Pro 2. We've tried the Adidas Agravic Teric Speed and Speed Ultra. Out of those three, I wanted to use the North Face, and I may still. It just depends. The only problem, the only thing holding me back from the North Face shoe is the tread. I purchased the Vibram light base mega grip whatever soles from the Netherlands because you just cannot buy them unless you're like a retailer. And so even a retailer I went to couldn't buy them. I don't understand. I don't really. Vibram, fix yourself. That's ridiculous. But so I have those soles coming. It says they'll be here tomorrow, but they're coming from the Netherlands, and the tracking is far less than reliable, I would say. And so if those don't get here, if those soles do not get here in time to get on those North Face Summit Vective Pro 2s, what I did do is buy some backups. And again, my plan at this race, if I can't wear those, is I'm going to have shoes in every drop bag just in case. Because I don't know what's going to work, because up to this point, everything I've tried hasn't been the best. I know Bighorn, one of the big concerns is mud. And so to deal with that mud, I went and got a little something. All right, so something new, Scott. I have never worn a pair of shoes from Scott, nor have I worn any gear from them ever. So this is a terrible risk that I'm taking here by getting this shoe. I've ran a mile in it. I ran a mile this morning. It's the only mile I've ran in 8 days because I've felt so terrible. And I like them. I think they're going to work. I haven't noticed any of the problems that I've had with the other shoes. And boom, there they are. So this is the Scott SuperTrack RC2. It's a very, they call it a mid-distance shoe. They do call it a mid-distance shoe. Here, we'll get this over and discard the box. And yeah, you can see by the stack height, it's not your typical Hoka. If you guys know me, you know I'm not a big fan of that giant cushion. I'm not a big fan of the wide toe box. The zero drop. This has a pretty minimal drop. I believe it's 5 millimeters. Yeah, I seem to like shoes that are in that range, but for that mud, for that Bighorn mud, guys, look at this tread. Look at that traction. If I could get this sole on those North Face shoes, your boy would be just the happiest boy he's ever been. Unfortunately, that's not the case. So I did go to Skimo Co, Skyrun Co out in Salt Lake, up in Cottonwood Heights, and I picked up a pair of these. I tried on the normal, I don't know how to pronounce their shoes. So I tried those on. I tried, what else did I try? I don't even remember. My flu brain is getting in the way of things today. But what I did decide is to get these. Now, these are pretty different in comparison to a lot of things that I've worn. Again, I've never seen tread like that. Have you ever seen tread like that on a shoe? No. But Scott has it. And yeah, the stack height's pretty minimal, like I said, mid-distance shoe. One thing that's very different is this tongue. This tongue feels so stout in a good way. It's nice and padded up here by your ankle. It's got that nice kind of material that everyone is sort of using these days. It feels very soft. And unlike those Adidas, where it's just that very thin welded collar that was digging into my ankle very, very badly, to the point where on both sides, both feet, I was bleeding. This is not going to do that. This has more of a standard cushioned collar. The lockdown is really good. It's a little bit stiff. I think I'll be able to get that. I'm just gonna wear these as daily shoes this whole week to try and break them in, because I will not be able to go for many runs in them. And I need them to loosen up a little bit, but I do really like them. I think the mile I ran in them felt good. I like the way, the roll feels good. The stride feels good. The lockdown is really nice. I'm not noticing my heel moving around a bunch. I went downhill on the treadmill a little bit. I'm not, the forefoot isn't sneaking out of control when you're going downhill. So I think this is going to be a good shoe. Like I said, I will be just loading the drop bags for Bighorn with shoes, because I just don't know. I'm taking a big risk going out there in something that I've never really worn. And again, I'll probably you know, the plan is to wear these, but if I get those soles, those Vibram soles, I'm gonna go get those put on those North Faces, and that's gonna be my shoe for 100 miles because I really do like that shoe. But I had to have backup. I had to just have peace of mind that I wasn't gonna go out there empty-handed and with no ability to make my way through all that Bighorn mud. So yeah, I don't want to go crazy talking about the shoe because it's just a little something extra here at the end for you guys. But yeah, this looks to be what I'll be running the Bighorn 100 in, at least for as many miles as it feels good. And then we'll pop something out of a drop bag and switch it up and just see how she goes. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. I'm going to leave links in the description to all the products that I've talked about here today from Path. I'll put a link to at least the Skyrun Co. shop so you can check these and all their other offerings out as well. And man, hit that like, hit the subscribe, and wish me luck. I'm leaving, man, 3 days of work. I'm leaving Thursday to go to packet pickup and all that good stuff. And then Friday morning, 9 a.m., we'll be towing the line at the Bighorn 100 and crossing everything I can cross that this flu that I've been dealing with for a week now has passed and is a goner by Friday. Cross them. I think if you hit the like button, that'll count as a cross. So cross them up. Thank you guys so much, and I will see y'all in Wyoming.